This will serve as the physical activity log tutorial, and I'm simply going to show you how to open it up, fill it out, and then resubmit that back for a grade. So we will report back to our modules and find our physical education folder. So what we're going to simulate as we're turning our first one in, which will be due September the 6th, and we'll click our physical activity log. Now here it says complete the activity log for weeks 1 through 3 using the provided form. You need to log 10 physical activity days for the next 3 weeks. You may use physical activity or exercise for your log. The difference is physical activity would be something that you may be doing around the house. So if you're raking leaves, that is requiring the body to burn energy, but would not be considered an exercise. So you can use raking leaves as a physical activity for your journal. Or you could use exercise, which is a activity that burns energy but is for the purpose of improving health. So if you're going out for a morning run every day to start your day, that would be considered exercise. So either one would be fine to use for your physical activity log. Really, the point of this is just to get you guys out of the house and try to get you moving. And that is explained here. So the easiest way to do this would be to open the log, and I would save it on my computer. That way I can log it daily. You can also print it off and fill it in by hand if you wanted to scan that and submit that as your assignment, or you wanted to write it down and then type it back in the form to turn in. All of those would be okay. And as you can see, the log is in Word. You can convert that to Google Docs if you're in a Chromebook. That will be fine. Same instructions that we just went through. Important note here is to make sure to write your name, date, class, and teacher on your log before submitting. Okay, so here's the log. Very simple. If I was going to work out on Monday, August the 17th, I would simply write the date where it says date and a brief activity description. So once again, if I'm going out for a jog, I would simply write jogging or maybe cardiovascular activity, or if I'm raking leaves, bench press, whatever the case may be. If you're doing multiple activities like lifting weights, you can just write lifting weights and that would all fall into that category. The duration, we've already said, will be 30 minutes. Now, the intensity is how hard were you working out or how hard was your physical activity. Moderate would be kind of a medium activity, and intense or vigorous would be an intense activity. So your two choices there are going to be moderate or vigorous. Vigorous being very hard or difficult, and moderate being kind of an average activity. And there should be down here light, moderate, or vigorous. We want to stay away from light if possible, stay with moderate or vigorous. For type, we're going to choose one of the 5 components of fitness. Flexibility, which would be like stretching, muscular strength and muscular endurance, which would be like lifting weights, and then lastly, cardiovascular, which would be like running or swimming. Raking leaves or yard work would probably fall under muscular strength and muscular endurance. Now, there are 5 components of fitness. However, the last component is body composition, which pertains more to nutrition, so we're really not going to worry about that one. So if day 1, which is Monday, August 17th, I record that, I decide that I'm going to go running, I would log running. Here for duration, I would provide 30 minutes. Intensity, we'll go moderate. Type, that would be cardiovascular. And then I would have my parents initial this. And it's really that simple. And you would simply do that 10 times over the next 3 weeks. Once again, do not forget to have your name, class, which would be first block, and the teacher would be Coach Harold. Now, before you submit it, you also need to come down here and fill this out, and understand that since you're doing this online, or maybe doing this online, you can just type it in. So student signature, I would type my name, Jacob Harrell, and then put the date that I type my name, and I would get my parent to do the same. And I know it's not the same as signing it, but instead of having to get you to take a picture of it or scan it in, I will accept the typed version, and that will be fine. So that's really it, guys. Once again, you're going to do 3 of these during the course of 9 weeks, one for every 3 weeks. And remember, it's 10 days of 30 minutes of activity. And if you have any questions, please just email me or Coach Belch, and we'd be more than happy to help you with your physical activity logs.